Hi all. Community Challenge Day 3 System Design. So when we're creating a system, you don't necessarily have to create a system. What do I mean by that? If you're using a percentage-based system, everything's worked out for you. I'm not going to do that. It's too predictable. As I discussed in my OSR talk, the system I like best right now, well, I mean, I really like three systems from this standpoint, and one of them is Ryutama, where you roll 2 dice, and then they are a combination of your attributes, and whatever the roll is, as long as it's not double ones, you stand a chance at success. Double ones is a fumble that affects the entire party, and that's not something I designed, so I don't want to use it. The next one is Fantasy Age, 3d6, and you can get the stunts. I like that, but once again, somebody else did it. And then the other one is Savage Worlds. And Savage Worlds is really good because, like Ryutama, your dice is based on your modifier, but you also have kind of that wild card perk if you would you roll 1d6 and use whichever is greater between that and your attribute. And but then again, I also like Shadow of the Demon Lord over 5th edition because, you know, you roll a d20, and if you have boons or banes, if I have 3 boons and 5 banes, I roll 2 dice because that's the difference, and whichever is the greatest one of those, because it's a bane, not a boon, I subtract the greater one from the d20 roll. And so, I mean, there are a lot of circumstance. So, basically, let's do this. Okay. Since I've been on the card kick, here's a really simple system. Every round, the GM will pull out a card, and the cards represent your faction, if you will, right? Okay, so say that your faction is hearts, or your alignment is hearts. So you gain a bonus if you have hearts. If you have diamonds, because they're the same color, it could be the opposite. So that would be a subtractive, right? And then if you have a black card as the main thing, that whoever has hearts won't be affected at all. It's neutral. That way, you have an obvious, like, that is still red, but it is not mine, so it is opposite. You know, you have kind of a black is neutral, red is that, unless you're spades. For spades, clubs would be the opposite, and reds would be neutral. So, and let's not use the d20, let's use 5d10, right? Where any portion of what you roll must meet or exceed the card that's playing, right? Because that's the circumstance, right? And your successes work more like advantages, right? And you need 2 advantages in order to constitute a successful maneuver. So you state what you want to do, you roll the 5d10, and then The difference between what you have and what you rolled is counted towards the damage dealt if you're attacking, or it's added into your benefit. So if the card down is a 2 and it's hearts and your hearts, you automatically have 1 advantage, right? But if it's diamonds and your hearts, you automatically have a disadvantage, which means you need 3 advantages out of the 5 dice you're rolling in order to constitute a success. Which means the maximum number when you're at a disadvantage becomes 1. Because you're only rolling 5 dice. You can't roll a 6th die. And so, if you need to roll 3, boom, you don't have enough to create an additional successful maneuver out of what you're doing. I hope that made sense. And if you're playing on a neutral card, you still need to beat that card. And if you're pro, you get the advantage. And doing this enables you to have a greater sway. You don't have to roll all these damage die necessarily, but like for instance, say you have a dagger that's still a D4, right? So you only if you succeed, you roll the D4 and add the additions beyond that. So, and the thing is you still have your 10, Jack, King, Queen, right? Ace would count as 1, which means you automatically succeed. That's why you aced it, right? And if you have advantage and you aced it, that's spectacular, right? So I hope this kind of made sense, and rather than having more chaos added to the system, you have something that everybody sees and it goes and it runs smoothly. All right, so that's Carbon One's system design, and I like it, and I haven't really seen that done before. So please tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, whatever. All right, Carbon One out.